Ago that we'd come to the Shea to find England's top scorer. But Steve Norris has justified the fate of Halifax manager Jim McCalliog, who plucked him from Carlisle 6 months ago. The 2 goals Norris scored against Wrexham in midweek to lift Halifax off the bottom of the league were his 29th and 30th of the season. It leaves him 3 goals clear of his nearest challenger, and he'd probably fancy his chances of more against Scarborough.
If I can score and help us improve our results and get off the bottom, move up the table and keep winning like we're in a good run now, then that's the main concern really, yeah.
How many more are you going to get this time, do you think?
Well, you know, 40's not too far away now, is it? So that'd be nice.
And Steve Norris will be hoping to move closer to that 40-goal mark today against one of his old clubs, Scarborough. The man with the job of stopping him, Steve Richards, almost a permanent fixture since Scarborough came into league football. Indeed, he's the only survivor from the club's first ever league match against Wolves. Here's Steve Carter, just outside the area. He'll come again for Logan. With another former Halifax man now playing for Scarborough. And free kick given against David Evans. David Evans, who played in the European Cup for Aston Villa a decade ago and has just rejoined Halifax for his second spell with the club after a good service at Bradford City. Still under 5 minutes gone, and a good header as well from Richards. Flew over the crossbar. Well, Steve Richards got a goal at the Shea a couple of seasons ago in the Littlewoods Cup, and he was that close again. Gore with a back pass, and was he brought down? Is that a penalty? I think it is. And the referee is going to check where the incident took place. And in fact, no, I thought he'd given a penalty there. Kevin Breen looked as though he was pointing to the spot. Let's have a look here as Sean Gore plays this ball back. It's always going to be a little bit short. Whitehead comes for it. Foreman going in. But the referee said he dived. Cooper still winning it, and the play on, says the referee, so that's exactly what they do. Here is Norris now. Kamara in front of him, Steve Norris. Trying to get a shot in, straight against the defender though, and he's got it back, and he's now brought down by Matthews. The Scarborough captain, well remembered here at the Shea, scored 8 goals in 99 appearances for Halifax Town. And a look at the back post for Megson, but Logan it is who puts it behind for a Halifax corner. Megson plays the corner in, and a clear header for Richardson, and an ooh comes up in the crowd, but Nick Richardson just glancing his header wide here. He scored a cracker last week at Scunthorpe in that 4-4 draw, and that was as clear a chance as Halifax have had. Richards and Gore were there together. Cooper gets it through. Here's a great chance, and Halifax might well take the lead here. Still, it's not been cleared. Dean Martin had the chance, and now the shot sails wide from Richardson. Cooper was the first man there, and then when it was played in, Dean Martin in a good position. Ironside did his job well, actually. And although Matthews got the ball away, it came only to Richardson, who let fly, but just couldn't get it right. Ooh, well, it was allowed to run first of all by Fleming, and then he's lost it, and this has given Scarborough a chance just before the break. Carter cutting it across, and the keeper, Whitehead, saves with his legs. Steve Carter almost taking advantage there of a bad mistake by Craig Fleming. Gore lunged out, and Carter shot. Whitehead just getting down. Good save from 21-year-old Phil Whitehead. So no goals as we approach the half-time whistle. But Scarborough, the last to look for one in this half. Mooney, and it's there from Darren Foreman. He scores for Scarborough seconds before the break. And Darren Foreman, the former Barnsley striker, gets his 4th goal. Much of the credit to Tommy Mooney for getting the header in, and it's a mere side foot past Whitehead. 1-0 to Scarborough, Foreman's 4th of the season. Scarborough will try and exploit Mooney up the left. He's only got one man in the middle, that's Carter, although desperately Foreman's trying to get there as well. And here's Darren Foreman. Oh, that would have been an excellent goal for Scarborough if he'd pushed that one in past the goalkeeper. And the free kick now has been awarded to Halifax. But Darren Foreman had timed his run superbly then. Scarborough with a good pattern to their play. They got Mooney moving down the left, and Foreman had broken, and he tried to just take it there. And all credit to the defender who came across to deny him. Scarborough look to come on the break now with Reid. Foreman out on the left. Three men in the middle. Chris Lee arriving and giving it back for Foreman, and a good stop as well from Phil Whitehead. Darren Foreman, the scorer of the only goal so far, nearly the scorer of a second as well. Nice little build-up here. Chris Lee's return ball to him, and he held off Fleming and toe-poked it. Megson. Oh, nicely done. Bit of trickery there. He's still got the two of them to get past. Hurst, he is past. Carter lets it go, but in fact it's a corner given. And certainly Scarborough's people will have felt that that ball was last played by Megson. Interesting that, because Scarborough got their goal after a mistake by the Halifax defender, and now Halifax look for the equaliser off the post and turned in by Steve Norris. He's got his goal. Number 31. He thought it was never coming, but Steve Norris is an ace goal poacher. He's in the right place at the right time. 1-1, he says. Megson's corner kick, and there was the important header. It really was a good one from Richardson, and Norris is there to pounce again. And from another angle we see it there. Steve Norris, as he's done so often this season, puts it in the net. He's got his 31st goal, and the Nozzer-mania show goes on. Ooh, goal losing it, and now it's Mooney. He might try his luck with his left foot. Tommy Mooney whips across the face of that goal. In style, he's a little like Malcolm McDonald, and here left-footed, which was always McDonald's trademark. He's so close. But Scarborough are looking the likelier at the moment. Mooney had to stay on side. He just managed to do that, and Tommy Mooney goes and nicks it through for John Reid. Great chance now for Scarborough. Two men in the middle. If Reid plays it in, they simply have to score, and Mooney has done. Clipped over the line by Tommy Mooney. Is that going to be a Scarborough winner? Well, Reid set it up, and there seemed to be so many opportunities there. Mooney didn't really connect, and it even came off Whitehead, I think, on the way as it trickled over the line. Scarborough regained the lead with Tommy Mooney's 7th of the season, his 5th in the last 9 games. Kamara settling things down once more. Reid to Mooney, back to Reid. He's in the clear. There's a man in the middle. This man is Fletcher. Can he make it 3-1? Whitehead's there once more. Scarborough really good, well have rounded it off much more comprehensively. Victory in the Yorkshire Derby has gone to Scarborough. Halifax's first defeat in 6 matches, but Scarborough have now lost only 3 of their last 17 matches, and despite Steve Norris's late goal for Halifax Town, Scarborough had enough reserves of energy to come back and get a winner from Tommy Mooney with just 3 or 4 minutes left to go. Mooney it is who gets the goal, which takes the points back to Scarborough. Halifax Town 1, Scarborough 2.
How good is this Scarborough side, do you think?
I think it's a very good young side. We've got a lot of good potential in the side, under 20, and they're doing very well for us. And the older players are keeping us together, so we're doing very well as a unit.
We've had, I think it's 6